Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Off Campus. In this video, we are going to see in some problems in determinants and matrices. Previously, we have posted 1 to 20 problems as part 1. This is part 2. Here we are going to solve 21 to 40, almost 20 problems. We plan to post 20 problems each in each video as part by part. So this is a part 2. If you haven't seen those part 1 still, kindly subscribe our channel Off Campus and then click on the bell icon also, then only you will receive notification whenever we upload videos. Okay, let's start the video. In this video, what is given? Find lambda for which the system of equations given has a non-zero solution. So it is the key. We need to find out the lambda value from here. What is given as a key point or clue here? Has a non-zero solution. Has a non-zero solution means it's a non-trivial solutions. Non-trivial solutions means what this means? Determinant a, say it is a, so we can first, it is in the equation form and also given as homogeneous equation. So we are going to write in a matrix form. How can we write? Say it is a matrix A. So 3, this one 3 1 minus lambda, 3 1 minus lambda, 4 minus 2 minus 3, 2 lambda, 4 lambda, right? Again I will check. 3 1 minus lambda, 4 minus 2 minus 3, 2 lambda, 4 plus lambda. Okay, here, sorry. So and has given non-zero solution means determinant, which means that determinant of A or modulus A equal to 0. So equate this to 0 and expand this, then find out the lambda. Okay, so expand this. Okay, we know minus 2 lambda minus plus 12. So minus 1 into this 4 lambda minus into minus plus 6 lambda, here minus lambda into 16 plus 4 lambda equal to 0. Okay, 3 into minus 2 lambda plus 2 minus 1 2 into 4 lambda plus this one, sorry, here 4 lambda plus 6 lambda minus lambda into 16 plus lambda equal to 0. Then multiply inside and then simplify. Minus 6 lambda plus 36 minus 4 lambda minus 6 lambda minus 16 lambda minus 4 lambda squared equal to 0. Minus 6 lambda 36 minus 4 lambda minus 6 lambda minus 16 lambda minus 4 lambda squared. Okay, then this is minus 4 lambda squared, then simplify lambda 6 minus 6 all are minus sign, so just add those. 6 4 10 16 16 16 32 minus 32, sorry 32 lambda, here one constant plus 36 equal to 0. Then all are multiples of 4 and then divide by minus 4. In this equation, above equation, what will get? Lambda squared plus 8 lambda minus 9, right, equal to 0. So then what is the factors for this? Lambda plus 1 into lambda minus 1 into lambda plus 9 equal to 0, because when we multiply minus 1 into plus 9, we will get minus 9, then 9 minus 2, 9 minus 1, 8. So this is the factor. So what is the lambda value here? Lambda equal to plus 1 comma minus 9. So this is the lambda value. Lambda equal to either 1 or minus 9. Lambda equal to either 1 or minus 9. Option 4 is the right option. Solve. Move on to the next one. Find the lambda. Find lambda if the equations given possess a non-trivial solution. So previously what is given? Non-zero solution, which means that non-trivial solution. So it is a non-trivial solution. Non-trivial solution. This is the clue given in the question. So non-trivial solution means nothing but modulus of lambda, determinant of that A equal to 0. So this is given in the equation format. We are going to say it is a matrix A, then change into matrix form 1 minus 1 1 lambda 2 1 2 lambda 1 3. Okay, this is matrix A. So determinant matrix means we are going to change it to determinant symbol equal to 0. So 1 minus 1 1 lambda 2 1, then 2 lambda 1 3. Okay, then now we are going to expand this and then find out the lambda value. So 1 into 6 minus 1 here plus 1 into 3 lambda minus 2 lambda plus 1 into lambda minus 4 lambda equal to 0. So 6 minus 1 5, 3 lambda 1 into 5 5 only. So 3 lambda minus 2 lambda 1 lambda into 1 lambda alone, then lambda minus 3 lambda, multiply with minus 3 lambda. So what is here? So 5 minus 2 lambda equal to 0. Then what is lambda? Lambda is nothing but 5 by 2. So lambda value is nothing but 5 by 2. Option 1 is the right option for this problem. So then we are going to, given one equation is given in the canonical form, we are going to change this into matrix of the quadratic form. Okay, matrix of the quadratic form. How can we change? We know that this is 1. So this one squared, the coefficient of x1 squared, this is here. X2 squared is nothing but 2. This one R11, R12, R13, R21, R22, R23. We know that canonical form into the matrix form. How can we write? So R31, R32, R33. Okay. Now we are going to change. The coefficient of x1 will be in the R1. Then coefficient of x2 will be in the R22. Say, then I will use a different pen. This is 1, this is 2, then 3. 3 squared is nothing but R33. So this is 3. Then 2, 3. 2, 3 means R23. So R23, R33 I will write down. Okay. Then R23. So when we writing this, we have to divide by 2. Half into x2, x3 will be here in R23. Okay. In row 2, 3, half the coefficient divide by 2. So coefficient divided by 2 we will get 1. So R23 we will get 1. Then 3, 1. R31 also divide by 2. Okay. This R23 value will be applicable to R32 as well. Okay. Then R31 we have to divide by 2 minus. So these one R1, R2, R3 will we should write as it is. For the rest of the things, R12 equal to R21, R13 is equal to R23. Sorry, 31, R23 equal to R32. So we have to divide by 2 when we writing in the matrix of the quadratic form. Okay, this is 2 3 we have written, right? What is the 2 3? 2 3 is divided by 2, we are getting 1. The same will be here R32 also, the same value. Okay, then minus R31. R31 divide by 3, divide by 2, minus 1. Minus 1 means R31 and R13, the same value. 31 and 13, the same value we are going to repeat. Then R12. R12 is 1. Then again R21 also 1, because divide by 2. Okay. We'll write the matrix of the quadratic form in clear. 1 plus 1 minus 1, 1 2 1 minus 1 1 3. So this is the matrix of the quadratic form. 1 1 minus 1 1 2 1 minus 1 1 3. So next what we are going to find out, so whether it is positive definite, indefinite, or semi definite, or positive infinitive, how can we write? So let's see. First we have to form D1. This is D1. What is D1? D1 is nothing but, this is a D1, this one. D1 is nothing but A11. So A11, this is, I am writing R, okay. A11. What is A11 here? A11 is nothing but 1. So this is modulus of 1. What we will get? 1 alone. So it is positive. Then we are going to find out D2. D2 is nothing but this one. D2 is what? Determinant of A11, A12, A21, A22. This is D2. Okay. So what is that? 1 1 1 2. So what is the value? 2 minus 1 1. What we will get? Positive value. Okay. Then D3. D3 is nothing but D1, D2. D3 is the whole matrix. So D3 is nothing but A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So the determinant of this one, 1 1 minus 1 1 2 1 1 1 3 minus 1 1 3. So just expand this and find out whether it is positive value or negative value. Then only we will come to a conclusion whether it is definite, positive definite, semi definite, or positive infinity, or indefinite. We'll see. So this one, expand this, 6 minus 1, then minus 1, 3 minus 1 plus 1, then minus 1, 2 1 plus 2. So just what we will get? 5 minus 4 minus 3. So 5 minus 4, 5 minus 7 minus 2. So minus 2. So minus 2 is nothing but D3. D3, it is a negative value. So D1, see, D1 is a positive value here. D2 also a 1 positive value. D3 is a negative value. Positive, positive, negative. So these having mixed of positive as well negative values, where D1 and D3 are opposite sign, right? So the given quadratic form is indefinite. The given quadratic form is indefinite because it has mixed of positive and negative values there. Then the given quadratic form is indefinite. So we'll move on to the next one. Find lambda such that equation has no solution. No solution means what is? No solution means when it has no solution, the determinant of A equal to 0, it has no solution. So we can write it as a matrix form: 1 1 1 1 2 3 1 2 lambda. 1 1 3 1 2 3 1 2 lambda equate to 0. Just expand this and then equate to 0. 2 lambda minus 6 minus 1 into lambda minus 3 plus 1 into 2 minus 2. Okay. So equal to 0. So 2 lambda minus 6 minus lambda plus 3, this going to 0. So 2 lambda minus 3 equal to 0. What we will get? Lambda minus 3 equal to 0. So lambda value is nothing but 3. Lambda equal to 3. So find the lambda if the system of equations given a non-trivial solution. Already I have told now, non-trivial means the determinant value is equal to 0. So we are going to write this into a matrix form. 25. So sorry. Okay, I will write here itself. Let's say it is a matrix A. Just write down the coefficient 1 minus 2 1 1 1 lambda 2 minus 1 1 equal to 0, because what is given, it is a non-trivial solution. Non-trivial solution means the determinant of that matrix equal to 0. So the equation into the matrix form, then expand this, we can find out the lambda value. Just expand 1 into this one, 1 plus lambda minus 2 plus 2 into 1 minus 2 lambda plus 1 into minus 1 minus 2 equal to 0. Simplify, what we will get? Lambda plus 1, this thing I will write here, lambda plus 1 plus 2 minus 4 lambda, then here minus 3 equal to 0. 3 3 0, so minus lambda minus 3 lambda equal to 0. So 1 plus 2 3, these 2 and these get 0. So lambda minus 4 lambda equal to 0, what we will, minus 3 lambda equal to 0. So what, obviously we will get lambda equal to 0. So lambda value is equal to 0 for this problem. Okay, next move on to the problem. Find the condition on ABC so that the system of equations has no solution. What is given? The system of equations has no solutions. We are going to find out the condition of ABC, whether ABC, this condition equal, will check. We'll see how to solve this problem. So first we have to form the augmented matrix. Augmented matrix, how can we form? Just it is A comma B. So just write down the coefficient 1 1 2 minus 3 3 minus 1 2 1 minus 5 8 1 2 minus 3 3 minus 1 2 1 minus 5 1 minus 5 8. Then augmented matrix B matrix is this one. Just add here A, B, C. Then we are going to eliminate like row echelon form. This one, we should eliminate this, or we should make these terms to 0 to find out, do simplification. Otherwise we need to make the complete row equal to 0. Any one row, complete row equal to 0. Just how can we make this term equal to 0? See, R2 will be, for which solution we have to simplify the matrix according to logically we should think. Okay, for this term to be equal to 0, just think when it is multiplied by 3 and then minus when it is multiplied by 3, this term will get 0. R1 will be 0, when we multiply this R1, row 1 to 3, what we will get? This term will become 3. Then subtract R2 minus 3R1. So I will do R2 minus 3R1. What we will get? We'll see. Just copy down the row. So we are going to do that simplification in row 2 alone. Do not disturb row 1 and row 3. So just copy down the row 1 alone. So R2, what we are going to do? R2 minus 3R1. So just we are going to first multiply the row 1 with 3, then subtract this with 3. So minus 3, what we will get? Minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3 will get 0. Then row 1 minus 3. Minus 3 minus 6. When we are adding, what we will get? Minus 3 minus 1, 7. Just multiply with minus 3 and then add with row 2 in, and then write it in the row 2 itself. Okay, this is the concept. So minus 3 into minus 3, what we will get? Plus 9. Plus 9 plus 12, we will get 11. So minus 3A plus B, right? This one. So what we are getting, this term equal to 0. So we need to make this one equal to 0. So row 3 in the term we are going to make row 3 also 0. We can do same thing, right? R3 simply. See, R3 minus R1, what we will get? R3 minus R1. This term going to get 0. Just subtract row 1 from row 3 and then write here. Okay. R3 minus R1 0. See. Then this minus this. Minus 7. Again 8 minus of minus 3 plus 11. Then C minus A. This one, right? Then we are going to do what we need to do, this term to be 0. For this term to be 0, what we will get? See, adding these two we will get now minus this one. I am writing here row 1. See, now we are going to R3 minus R2. R3 minus, so we have done these two to be 0. We have done, we make this term 0 and this term 0 as well. Now we are going to change this term to be 0. Okay, these two getting 0, so we are going to make this term to be 0. For that, what we need to do, minus 7 minus of minus R3 minus R2. Okay, minus 7, what we will, minus 7 plus 7, this term will be 0. So just copy down the row A, we are not going to disturb that one. Again row 2 also, minus 3A plus B. So for row 3, what we are going to do, R3 minus R2. So R3 minus R2. So 0 minus 0, 0, minus 7 plus minus 7 equal to 0 alone. Okay, minus 7 minus of minus 7, and that means this one. Okay, then 11 minus 11, 0 only. Okay, so we are getting these term also zeros. Then getting C minus A minus of minus 3A plus B. What we will get, C minus A plus 3A minus B. Okay, sorry, 3A minus A, 2A, 2A minus B plus C. Here we are getting 2A minus B plus C. So we are having this one. So since the last row is 0, hence what is A here? This is augmented matrix, right? This is A, this is B. So A is nothing but 1, 2, minus 3, 0, minus 11, minus 7, 11, 0, 0, 0. Since the last row is 0, rank of A equal to 2 only. So here, this term, all these term equal to 0, this should not be equal to 0. 2A minus B plus C is equal to 0. In this above case, it has no solution. When it is 2A minus B plus C equal to 0 is not equal to 0, the equations has no solutions. Okay. Okay, this is the method to solve this type of problem. We should logically think to be 0. This term, we can do any substitution or some other substitution. Will it make 0? We can do it is by better use simple multiplication and addition. Okay, so these to be 0. So this term, when we doing this term getting 0, obviously this is also getting 0. So one complete row is equal to 0 in A matrix. So one complete this is a 3 close 3 matrix. The rank should not be 3 because it is completely 0. So the matrix, the rank of A is equal to 2. So when it has no solution, means 2A minus B plus C is not equal to 0. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. We'll see, solve some other problems based on this method. Find the values of A and B for which the equations given have a unique solution. So we have to find out when it has a unique solution. It has a unique solutions means it equations are consistent and have a unique solution, we are going to find out. Okay, should okay, so this is a matrix form, and then we are going to write the augmented matrix A comma B 1 1 1 3, this one. Okay, 1 2 2 6, right? 1A, this one 3B. So this is a augmented matrix. Now we are going to again do these three terms to be 0. Okay, for that what we need to do? So for this term to be 0, what, this is very simple, just subtract this row 2 minus row 1, this term will get 0 now. So R2 will be R2 minus R1. We'll see 1 1 1 3. So R2 will be R2 minus R1, 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 1 1, 2 minus 1 1, 6 minus 3 3. So 1A 3B. So next step is to be 0 this term. This term to be 0, R3 minus R1, 1 minus 1, we are getting 0. So the simple thing. So this one, just copy down R1 and R2 as it is, then R3 is 1 minus 1 0, this is A minus 1, then 3 minus 1 2, B minus 3, right? These thing. So we should make next term equal to 0. So see, this is a matrix. What is a matrix here? R3 minus R1, 3 minus 1 2. Okay, next we are going to do one complete row, then this term to be 0, this term there is no possibility of this term to be 0, right? This is a one constant also given, one variable A is given, and here this is, so we can make this term equal to 0. How can we write? R3, in R3 what we will, R3 minus 2R1. Say when we multiply by 2, what we will get? Minus 2, we will get minus 2, then adding this term will be 0. So we can't make this term equal to 0. So we are trying to make at least row, according to the row echelon form, these three term are complete row equal to 0. We'll see R3 minus 2R1. So just copy down all of the terms, row 1 and row 2 as it is, 1 1 1 3 0 1 1 3. Then this is 0, again 0. So R3 is nothing but R3 minus 2R2, 2R1. So this is R3 here, minus 2R1 means minus 2 multiply will get minus 2, here plus 2. So A plus 1 or A minus 3, sorry. When we multiplying by minus 2 and adding, this is minus sign, right? Or this is R3 R3A minus 1, then minus 2 R1. So multiply by minus 2, we will get minus 2 here. So A minus 3. So here A minus 3 we are getting. Next what we will get? Obviously 0 only, said 2 minus 2. When we multiply by minus 2, we will get minus 2. 2 minus 2, we are getting 0 here. For here, what we will get? B minus 3 already. So B minus 3, we are going to multiply minus 2. Minus 2, what we will get? Minus 6. So B minus 9. B minus 9. Okay, 0. A minus 3, 0, B minus. So now what is A here? This is augmented matrix A, B. So this is A, this is B. So A is obviously 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 a minus 3 0. Here there is no b. A minus 3 is now should not be equal to 0, because it should have a unique solution, means it should not be equal to 0. It should have a unique solution, means it should not be equal to 0. So one complete row is equal to 0, but a minus 3 is not equal to 0. So what is a b? There is no b here, so b can be any value. So a should not be not equal to 0. Whenever a is equal to 3, so it has no solution, but it should have a unique solution, means this term should not be equal to 0. So a minus 3 is not equal to 0. What is b? B is not here in a. There is no b here. So b can be any value. Okay, this is the concept. So a should not be, a minus 3 is not equal to 0, which means that a should not be equal to 0. B can be any value. So a is not equal to 3 and b equal to any value is the right answer for this problem. So for this type of problem, we should make one complete, as I already told, we should make this term to be 0, or then this complete row equal to 0. Then according to the problem, we can check with the options which one suits. Okay. Okay, then we'll move on to the next one. Every diagonal element of a Hermitian matrix. Every diagonal element of a Hermitian matrix is purely real. So this is also based on the properties of the matrix. For every diagonal element of a Hermitian matrix is purely real. For every diagonal element of a skew Hermitian matrix, what? If you haven't, if you don't know for the answer for this, kindly check with the previous part we have discussed there. Okay, every diagonal element of a skew Hermitian matrix is what? Okay, for this, simply Hermitian matrix means purely real. Then a square matrix A is idempotent, means if A squared equal to A, then only the square matrix is said to be idempotent. A squared should be equal to 0. Then for a given square matrix A plus AT is a, we should find out if A is a square matrix, then what is A plus AT, whether it is symmetric or skew symmetric, orthogonal or unit matrix. We'll see. A plus A transpose. So for square matrix, what is the concept? For a square matrix, if it is a square matrix for A plus, which one? For a square matrix, for a given square matrix, A is given as a square matrix, we should find out A plus AT is. So we'll check for it. To A plus AT transpose, what we will get? A transpose plus A transpose the whole transpose. What we will get? A transpose plus A alone. A transpose the whole transpose A. So we are getting A plus A transpose. Just I am rewriting. Okay, here also A plus A transpose. So for the same thing, A plus A transpose, the whole transpose is nothing but A plus A transpose is itself. So it is nothing but symmetric matrix. Okay, symmetric matrix is A equal to A transpose. Then for a given square matrix A minus AT is, we'll check for a symmetricity. So A minus A transpose the whole transpose, what we will get? A transpose minus A transpose the whole transpose. So A transpose minus A transpose, the simply A, so minus outside, take minus outside, minus A transpose. So A minus A transpose the whole transpose is nothing but minus of A minus A transpose is nothing but skew symmetric matrix. So simply if it is addition, it is a symmetric matrix will be, we should check for. Okay, but given in the minus sign, minus AJI equal to, sorry, AIJ equal to AJI, this is symmetricity. If it is AIJ equal to minus of AJI is nothing but skew symmetric, nothing but this is skew symmetric. If A transpose and B transpose are transposes of the matrix, then A and B or A and B, sorry, A transpose and B transpose are the transposes of the matrices A and B. A and B transposes given as A transpose and B transpose, then we need to find out A, B the whole transpose. It is nothing but B transpose and A transpose, not A transpose into B transpose. Should be very careful. The similarly A, B the whole inverse also the same, B inverse, A inverse, not A inverse, B inverse. A transpose, A, B the whole transpose is nothing but B transpose into A transpose. Option 2 is the right option. Then we'll move on to the next problem, 33. A and B are symmetric if AB is also symmetric, if and only if A and B are individually symmetric. Matrix A and matrix B are symmetric. Multiplication of matrix AB also should be symmetric if and only when it is also be symmetric. AB is equal to BA. When it is equal to AB equal to BA means then the matrix AB also symmetric. A squared is symmetric if when A squared is symmetric, either A is symmetric or A is skew symmetric. Either A should be symmetric or skew symmetric, then A squared will be symmetric. Okay. The inverse of A. Inverse of A, this is a formula. A inverse is nothing but basic formula, adjoint of A divided by modulus of A. So, option 2 is the right option. Then the characteristic equation of the given matrix. So, say it is a matrix A. 1 minus 2 minus 5 plus 4. 1 minus 2 minus 5 4. We have two methods. One is a standard method to find out the Cayley-Hamilton. We will see two methods one by one. First one is modulus of A minus, by using standard Cayley-Hamilton theorem, modulus of A minus lambda I into 0. By using this technique, we can find out the characteristic equation for this matrix A. So, what is I? So, A is given as 2 cross 2 matrix. So, I should be also 2 cross 2. So, 1 0 0 1. This is I value. No. Then what is lambda I? Just multiply constant lambda inside. Lambda 0 0 lambda. Then we should find out A minus lambda I. A minus lambda I is nothing but this value minus this. So, 1 minus lambda. I am not going to write it again. So, A minus lambda I. Each and every term we are going to do this A minus lambda I here. I am writing. Okay. 1 minus lambda. This one. 1 and 2. See these two only. Since 0. A minus lambda I write minus 2. Then minus 5 here, minus 5, minus 0, minus 5 alone. Here also minus 2, minus 0, minus 2 only. Here 4 minus this, 4 minus lambda. So, this is A minus lambda I matrix. Then we should equate to 0. Modulus of A minus lambda I equal to 0. What we will get, we'll see. Determinant of A minus lambda I, 1 minus lambda, or this is the step by step procedure to find out A minus lambda I. In simple, we can do in the diagonal element itself, put minus lambda. Okay, the same thing. See, 1 minus lambda, minus 2, minus 5, 4 minus lambda. In the diagonal element itself, we are going to put minus lambda. So, 1 minus lambda minus 2 minus 5 4 minus lambda equal to 0. Okay, so find out this determinant. Just expand this determinant. What we will get? 1 minus lambda into 4 minus lambda, minus into minus plus, minus 10 equal to 0. Then what is the characteristic equation? Multiply by 1, 4 minus lambda minus 4 lambda plus lambda squared minus 10 equal to 0. So lambda squared minus 5 lambda minus 6 equal to 0. So see, this is the characteristic equation. This is the as I told earlier, this is a step by step method. In exam point of view, we can do to find out a minus lambda equal to 0. Just put diagonal element as minus lambda and then find out the rest of the element should be same as it is. Then find out the determinant equal to 0. Then this is the characteristic equation, lambda squared minus 5 lambda minus 6. So this one, this is a method 1. So what is a method 2? To find out, this is a 2 cross 2 matrix, so we will have true values, right? So lambda squared minus addition of sum of diagonal element, lambda squared minus lambda into sum of diagonal elements plus determinant of that matrix A equal to 0. So sign should be alternative, positive, negative, positive. So if it is a 2 cross 2 matrix, so this is lambda squared, simply lambda squared minus lambda into sum of diagonal elements plus a determinant A equal to 0. We'll check it. Lambda squared minus lambda into what is the sum of diagonal elements? 1 plus 4, 5. So 5 lambda, lambda into 5 or 5 lambda. Then determinant of A. So what is a determinant A? 4. Here 4 minus 10 plus 10. So 4 minus 10, what we will get? Minus 6. So this is minus 6 equal to 0. The same thing, lambda square minus 5 lambda minus 6 equal to 0. Okay, this is the answer for this problem, and find out the characteristic equation of the given problem. Then we are based on the eigenvalues. So the sum and product of eigenvalues of, we are going to find out the sum and product of the eigenvalues. So we know the property, two important property, very important properties of eigenvalues is nothing but sum of the eigenvalues equal to property number 1, sum of eigenvalues. How can we find out the sum of eigenvalues is nothing but addition of or sum of the same thing, addition of diagonal element. Then next property is product of eigenvalues is equal to determinant of A. So in this problem we need to find out the sum and product of eigenvalues. First one, sum of eigenvalues. How can we find out? Addition of diagonal element. Just add the diagonal element. Minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 3. Then what is the next step? Product of eigenvalues. Product of eigenvalues is nothing but determinant A. Just find out the determinant value. I am just going to repeat this thing. Minus 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1. Just expand this and then find out the determinant value, that is equal to the product of the eigenvalues. Minus 1 into 1 minus 1 minus 1 here, minus 1 minus 1 plus 1 equal to 1 minus of minus plus 1. Okay, this term going to get 0. Minus 2 into minus 2 plus 2, here 2 plus 2, 4, right? Here also 2, 2 into 1, 2. Here 2 plus 2, 4. So determinant A equal to 4 here. So sum of the eigenvalues is minus 3. Determinant value, product of eigenvalue is 4. Minus 3 comma 4. Option 3, 3 minus 3 comma 4 is the right option. So we should remember these properties. Okay. Find the sum of eigenvalues. So we know that how to find out the sum of eigenvalues. What is the property? Sum of eigenvalues equal to what? Previously we have seen no sum of diagonal elements. So sum of eigenvalues is nothing but sum of diagonal values. 1 plus 2 plus 1, what we will get? 4. So 4 is the sum of the eigenvalues. Answer option 1, 4 is the right option. Then we'll move to the find the product of the eigenvalues. So what is the product of eigenvalue? Eigenvalue property by using the eigenvalue property. What is that? Tell me. Product of eigenvalues is nothing but determinant of that given matrix A. So we simply going to find out the determinant value. 1 minus 4, 4, 1 minus 2, 4, 2 minus 1, 3 is nothing but just expand these 1 minus 6 minus 4 plus 4 plus 4 into 3 minus 8 plus 4 into minus 1 minus 4 plus 4. So again I will check 1 into minus 6 plus minus 4 plus 4, 3 minus 8 plus 4 into minus 1 minus into minus plus 2. Minus 4, 6, 4 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 3 minus 8 minus 5 minus 20, 3, 12. So what we will get? Minus 20 to 10, right? Minus 10. So what is the product of eigenvalue? Is nothing but determinant A. What is the determinant A value? Minus 10. So minus 10, option 2 is the right option. We'll move on to the final problem in this part. Okay. The product of two eigenvalues of this matrix is 16. Of this matrix, the product of two eigenvalues is 16. Find the third eigenvalue. So what we know, product of eigenvalues equal to determinant A. So this is the property. So what is given? Product of two eigenvalues given. So this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So we will have lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3. 3 eigenvalues, right? So to product of two eigenvalues is given as 16. Say it is lambda 1 into lambda 2 equal to 16. We need to find out the lambda 3. So what is given? Lambda 1 into lambda 2 equal to 16 means 16 into lambda 3 equal to, we know that, which should be equal to determinant of this matrix. So determinant of this matrix, right? So now we are going to find out the determinant value and equate that value to 16 lambda 3. Then we will find out the lambda 3 value. So this is the concept. What is given? I am again saying the product of two eigenvalues of matrix is 16. So this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. We have 3 eigenvalues, say lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. In that they given product of two eigenvalues equal to 16. So we can say lambda 1 and lambda 2 equal to 16. So 16 into lambda 3. So product of all 3 eigenvalues should be equal to determinant A. We know only the product of two eigenvalue alone, that is equal to 16. So 16 into what is the third eigenvalue? Lambda 3, that we need to find out. That should be equal to, what is the key point? By using the properties of the eigenvalue. What is the property? Based on the product of the eigenvalue, product of the eigenvalue should be equal to the determinant of the given matrix. Here given matrix is A, so I am writing as determinant of A. So 16 into lambda 3 equal to determinant A. Now we are going to find out the determinant value for this matrix. Then we will have one some value. That value equate this, substitute in that equation, then find out the third eigenvalue lambda 3. Okay. So we'll find out the lambda 1 value, lambda determinant value first. 6 minus 2 true, minus 2 3 minus 1 true, minus 1 3. So just expand 6 into 9 minus 1 minus into minus plus minus 1 minus 2 minus 6 minus 2 plus 2, then what, 2 2 minus 6, 6 into 9 minus 1 plus 2 into minus 6 minus 2 plus 2 into 2 minus 6, 6 into 8 plus 2 into minus 4 plus 2 into minus 4. Okay, 6 into 8 what ma? 48 minus 8 minus 8. So 48 minus 16 we will get 32, right? So determinant A value equal to 32. So substitute here. So 16 lambda 3 equal to 32. Then lambda 3 equal to 2. So what is the third eigenvalue? Obviously it is equal to 2. Option 2 is the right option. So this is the method to solve this problem. So kindly we will finish the video up to this. Kindly subscribe our channel Off Campus and then click on the bell icon also. Thanks for watching.